The dining room felt suffocating, as though the air itself was bracing for impact. My fork rattled against the edge of my plate, releasing a faint screech that set my teeth on edge. Across from me, Elisa's eyes darted up to meet mine. Her smile was strained, her knuckles pale around the stem of her wine glass. The chandelier's glow fractured across her face, and for a fleeting moment, I saw a stranger wearing my wife's expression. I forced a smile, though my chest thundered so violently I was certain she could hear it. Tonight, her secret messages would play for everyone at this table. Tonight, I would peel away her mask. It had begun 3 weeks earlier with nothing more than a flicker on my computer screen, a glitch I couldn't explain. I was working late, the office bathed in the icy glow of my monitor. Elise was upstairs, asleep, or so I believed. Then the cursor jerked across the screen on its own, opening folders I hadn't touched. My fingers froze on the keyboard, the warmth of my coffee mug anchored me as nausea climbed my throat. A notification appeared. Remote access enabled. Someone was watching. My eyes swept the room, half expecting a shadow to stir in the corner. But there was nothing. Only the hum of the house, the distant creak of pipes, and the rasp of my own breathing. I didn't bring it up right away. Elise had always guarded her devices. Passwords, lock screens, vague excuses. Work stuff, she'd say, brushing me off with a laugh that rang hollow. But the late nights, the quick flick of her screen when I walked past, the buzz of her phone at 2 a.m., I told myself with stress, her new promotion. Love makes you blind. You see warning signs and convince yourself they're harmless. The next day, I installed monitoring software. Not spyware, I insisted to myself, just reassurance. Proof I was paranoid. A silent observer recording everything. Keystrokes, logins, messages. Every secret she thought was safe. I didn't check it at first. Guilt gnawed at me. What sort of husband spies on his wife? But suspicion is a toxin, and it spread faster than I could contain it. The first message I read seemed innocent. Dinner at 7. Sent to a contact saved as Alex. My pulse stuttered, but I reasoned away. A colleague, maybe a friend. But then, miss you already. And later, can't wait to see you again. The words bled together, each one cutting deeper. Alex wasn't a coworker. Alex wasn't just a friend. Alex was someone who made her laugh in ways I hadn't heard in months. Nights blurred into mornings as I scoured her files. Hotel confirmations buried in her trash folder. Photos at bars. Her hand resting on his arm. Her smile brighter than it had been at our anniversary dinner. Voicemails. Her voice low, tender, whispering promises she hadn't made to me in years. Every discovery knocked the air from my lungs. I loved her. I despised her. I wanted to scream, to beg, to torch everything around me just to numb the pain. But I stayed quiet. I needed proof she couldn't twist or deny. Something undeniable. I wanted her to feel what I felt. Humiliation, betrayal, devastation. So I devised a plan. A dinner party with our closest friends. Elise adored hosting, basking in the glow of being the perfect wife. She'd never suspect a thing. On the day of, I was silent, my hands trembling as I set the table. Each clink of glass and plate sounded like thunder. Elise hummed while she chopped vegetables, her apron snug around her waist. She looked radiant, her hair catching the light. My heart clenched with equal parts love and loathing. You're amazing, I managed, forcing the words through gritted teeth. She smiled, warm and unknowing. By 6, our guests had arrived, Mark and Lena, Sophie and Tom. Laughter spilled through the house, mingling with the rich scent of garlic. Elise moved gracefully among them, radiant as ever, her lies hidden beneath that flawless smile. The laptop in the next room was wired to the speakers. Her voice was cued, ready. All it needed was a tap. Dinner passed in fragments. Elise's laughter filled the room, her stories drawing everyone in. I barely touched my food, too hollow to eat. Mark leaned toward me, frowning. You okay, man? I nodded, words lodged in my throat. Elise glanced at me, her eyes narrowing briefly. Did she sense it? I waited until dessert, when conversation softened under candlelight. My phone sat in my palm, linked to the speakers. I've got something special, I said, steadying my voice. Elise tilted her head, curious. Our friend smiled, expecting a toast. I pressed play. Her voice poured into the room. I can't stop thinking about you. Last night was... God, I've never felt that before. Elise froze, her glass hovering midair. Lena's fork clattered against her plate. Sophie's whisper cut through the silence. What the hell? Another recording. He's clueless, Alex. He has no idea. Elise's face went pale. Turn it off, she whispered, breaking apart before us all. But I didn't. I let it play, message after message, her confession spilling into the room like open wounds. I love you, Alex. I don't know how to leave him, but I love you. The silence afterward was crushing. Our friends shifted uncomfortably, their faces twisted in shock. Elise's chair screeched back as she stood, trembling. Please, she sobbed, tears streaking her cheeks. Stop it, David. I'm sorry. Sorry. The word echoed like a mockery. I'd wanted fury, but instead I felt emptiness. One by one, our guests excused themselves. Lena clutching her purse. Tom muttering to Sophie. The front door shut, leaving only us. The house swallowed itself in silence. Why? My voice cracked, raw. Elise collapsed to her knees, face buried in her hands. I didn't mean for it to happen, she cried. I was lonely. You were always gone, always busy. Alex, he saw me. A bitter laugh tore from my chest. I saw you, Elise. Every damn day. I loved you. My voice splintered. I hated the weakness in it. She reached for me, her fingertips grazing my arm. I recoiled. Don't, I said. I turned away, breath ragged. I had staged this night to destroy her lies, to take back control. But standing in the wreckage of our life, I finally understood there was no victory. Betrayal doesn't just shatter trust, it hollows you out. I walked into the study, the room where this all began. My laptop sat on the desk, the screen black, reflecting my ghostly outline. Behind me, Elisa's sobs filled the house, sounds I knew would haunt me forever. I had exposed her. I had laid her secrets bare. But the cruelest truth was this. I still loved her, and that was the deepest wound of all.